Hello, everyone. We're going to start in the interludes now with Syphina. Syphina, it has been 2 weeks. You have had, a week ago, you had a pretty decent talk with Kane. And since then, what have you been up to? Besides working in the clinic in the infirmary with Falsar, learning how to heal without magic.
I would say, that's mainly what she's been doing is working in the infirmary, using her magic, and then not only running out of magic, and then it's like, okay, I need to how to do this without magic as well. So she's been pushing herself. And
Falsar has a wonderful way of doing that because it may be second nature to heal with magic in a moment where you might lose somebody. And as much as Falsar doesn't want to lose somebody, he knows that you need a push. And being a person who learned how to heal without magic, because he could never get it, he simply has Ilvasar place a small barrier of anti-magic, thanks to a spell scroll that he has. And so, continuing to re-up the anti-magic field, every time you step in, you are robbed of your connection with Tenelith and your magic.
Really, really hate this, you guys.
As Falsar looks to you, well, you've been doing this for 2 weeks now. You've gotten pretty good at it. I can see that it's kind of getting a bit of a toll on you, though. Are you sure you don't want to take a day off? It's okay if you do. You've pretty much got the handle on things.
She's got to look around at everybody and, just trying to assess the situation, because honestly, she hasn't really taken the time. She has been in work mode since she's arrived. So she hasn't taken the time to really stop yet.
I think it would be a good thing if you took a day off. Reconnect with your party members. See what they're up to, or go sleep, rest, eat something, reconnect with your god. Something. You just need to rest. Gotta balance work and self.
Hey, DM.
Yes?
Would Edmund be in the infirmary?
Edmund would be in the well, he was in the infirmary.
Alright.
Yeah. He probably was released about a day or two ago.
Because I know there was a conversation that Kelly was wanting to have, or
we were
Syphina was wanting to have with Ed, so.
I think Ed wanted to have it with Syphina more.
Falsar kind of speaks up. If I remember correctly, your Durgar companion, Edmund, told me to tell you when you had some time off, that he would be in the mess hall most days, and he had something he wanted to talk to you about. I think it'd be a good time to connect with that.
Okay. Yeah, I could use a break. I could use some
Good.
food.
Yeah.
So.
Our healers also could use a bit of time without the anti-magic field to actually heal with magic. I can do
Sorry,
it.
everybody.
And everyone just looks and goes, "It's fine." But they obviously are extremely exhausted because healing without magic is just tiring. So much stress, and you can see that they are not used to it either.
Okay, well, I will just, make my way out and try to look around, see what time of day it actually is, because I don't even know what day it is.
It's pretty early. He caught up with you almost at the start of your normal training time, and basically was like, "Yo, take a day off. Stop working so hard."
Okay, so she just glances around and decides to goes to the mess hall and to get some food and see who else is there.
As you walk in, Treyvor is currently sitting off to the side, eating. He looks like I don't mean to say this, but he looks like the Walking Dead. It looks like every ounce of magic has been drained out of him 10 times over. But at the same time, he looks like he is extremely fixated as he is eating quickly, getting up. I don't know if he notices you. Treyvor, do you notice Syphina? Or are you just like zombie mode? Because Dandelion pretty much works you until you have absolutely no magic.
He's tired, but he would still notice Syphina coming in.
Okay. You haven't quite seen Edmund yet, but Treyvor is there.
Okay, I will approach Treyvor and just place my hand on him. It's like, do you want me to heal you? Or is this part of your training?
I mean, none of this is physical at this point. It's more just, it's physical, but it's not injury. It's more exhaustion at this point.
Have you rested?
Between my training and between helping with the reconstruction, and he just kind of trails off. He's just like staring at like a fixed point in the wall, and he just completely loses his train of thought, and he just blinks a couple of times and shakes his head. He's like, no.
Yeah, it's been like that.
Yeah.
Can you go rest, or do you have to go continue training?
As you are thinking about that, the thought of rest, the thought of laying down, the thought of recuperating the magic and not waiting for the second you get any of it back and then immediately having to burn it sounds so wonderful. And you almost want to say, yeah, until you see behind Syphina is a hulking man that we know as Dandelion staring at you, gesturing you to come on.
I'm going to step out of the way. Well, that answers that question. Please don't kill him.
Yeah, apparently not.
Today, you get to hold on to concentration to a spell while you're being beaten.
Have fun.
We may need you later, Syphina, if you have time to just drop by the training grounds to heal the man.
I mean, today's my day off. I mean, guys. But yeah.
Oh, if not, that's okay. He has his own magic to heal him. He'll just have to recuperate it fast enough.
I'll be around. Holler if you need me.
All right. I've got a couple Goliaths working with you today, Treyvor. Come on.
Outstanding. And he just follows.
Honestly,
this isn't the worst thing that he's endured training wise, so it's just kind of oh great, now we're doing more.
This is the 6th time that you have trained, taken a small break, and then trained again. Dandelion works you nonstop. We'll get to that though. As Syphina, you take a seat. So the meal of the day is brought to you, and an hour passes by as you are taking your time eating and resting. Edmund does eventually walk in. He does his look around, spots you finally, and moves over to you. Edmund.
Hey there.
Hi, you look a little bit more put together. She smiles.
Barely, but yeah. Thank you for saving our asses back there.
Thanks for taking the hits.
He kind of like lightly smiles and just,
It's what I do, ma'am.
Healing is what I do.
Very true.
he kind of stops for a second and hesitates.
I'm not sure many people are too familiar with where I'm from, but let's just say, it ain't good down there. And,
kind of stops and just bluntly looks at you and says,
how do you make the decision whether who lives or dies?
Not easily. Sometimes. What do you know of Teneleth?
Not anything, ma'am.
Well, why don't you sit down? You don't have to be standing. But she's like,
he
she
sits
just
down
goes
and you
to
just hear
people
this
to.
large thud.
She looks and asks somebody to bring you some food as well. Well, Teneleth is my deity, and she's the goddess of life and death. Well, not exactly. She's more like the judge of life and death and who lives and who dies. It's more complicated than that, but it's very much more complicated. So, but there's the main thing about Sembo that she has are scales that weigh the souls and life or death. And sometimes I can see that and can determine. It's not always, but I just have to weigh that person's, as bad as it sounds, that person's worth and what impact they would have on the future in a way of whether or not they should continue on, or if somebody else in that moment is more worthy of it. Like, for instance, I don't think you were there when it happened, but Trick died, and I tried to bring her back, and I had to make the decision between her and the party. I had to make that decision because I had to give up the coin. I was asked to give up the coin. And I know that the coin could bring back somebody in the party if I'm unable to. I mean, I can't use the coin, somebody else will have to, but it's another way to do Revivify in a way. So I had to decide, I had to weigh Trick's life against the entire party. And Trick is a wonderful individual, but I also know the mission that we have and what we had to accomplish. And I had to weigh that against them. And it's not an easy choice. That's why I made the choice I did. But it really didn't matter in the end because I said, but there are consequences to be had. So sometimes it's a gut instinct of who has to die. Sometimes it's very obvious, like Callisto, very, very obvious. But other times you have to sit there and two people who are almost identical and you have to just have faith that you're making the right call. And sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. And then you have to live with that.
Very heavy burden.
It's just gonna get heavier, but oh well. Why? What decisions have you had to make, if I may ask?
Being the only one left alive out of the group.
Out of your group? Your family? Or something?
I had a party. Trying to make a difference in the Underdark. But we were
So what
overran.
happened?
And
You see him. You see him at this moment kind of stare into space for a second.
they're telling me not to blame myself. But Just wondering why they deserve to die over me.
Here's the
And
question.
you can tell something is different. He's not wearing the spiked pauldrons that he.
When they died, has that pushed you on?
Of course.
So they continue to live in your memory, and they motivate you.
I would say so.
So they're not really dead in that regard. And they still serve a purpose. So as long as you continue on fighting as you are and doing what you have to do whatever it is you're trying to do. And if you're working with us, then helping us on our mission, as long as you are continuing that, you are, how do I say this? You are the remnant of their memories, and you carry them with you. They're not entirely gone. They are forever a part of you. And one day you may be able to have a bard write songs and stories about each one so that they are never lost. Because I'm certain every single individual that you had and you lost had an impact on you that carries you to this day. Now, is it fair that they died? No, it's not. I mean, is it fair that you are the only one still alive? No. But sometimes you can think of it as when there's a lone survival, that person, it's as if fate had chosen that person because they knew that that individual could carry the memories of all the others with them onward and continue to survive and continue to thrive and grow. So I'm sorry you lost them, but they're not entirely gone. They're inside of you. As he kind of like pokes his chest.
He, for the first time, you see a shit-eating grin on his face.
That's why I knew you were the right person to talk to. Thank you. I
Of
will.
course.
I will make their memory live on.
Maybe one day you can tell me about each one of them and, you know, their individual story, because that would be a part of it.
That'd be nice.
And I would love to know who they were.
Ed is
And-
going to take this conversation and kind of meditate for a while.
Okay. And with that, almost as if she was also talking to herself in a way when it comes down to duty, remembering people, holding on to things and allowing emotion and accepting emotion, it rekindles the drive, rekindles the passion and the reason why she wanted to train to heal without magic, without needing to rely on Tenelith's power, because something that she needs to be able to do in herself, something that she needs to be able to see that she can do without needing to rely on another. And with that, we will move away. Where I was going to go with Treyvor, I think it'd actually be better to go with Edmund real quick.
Oh, okay.
Edmund, we start from the end of that conversation. However, in that meditation, you're thinking back on something that happened to you while you were in and out of consciousness, constantly needing to be healed. And we go back to that time. You lay in the bed on death's doorstep constantly. Every time they heal you, it's almost as if that creature's will still saps you of life. Something is reaching to just pull you away. Maybe your own will to let go, or something monstrous. But something is attempting to pull your soul from your body. And in this moment of going in and out, you come to after being healed, and you look around, and sitting in a chair next to you is a blue dwarf wearing one of the pauldrons that you had on you, just on one side of his shoulder, sitting there sharpening an axe.
I see you've awoken, brother. How long are you gonna lay sleeping?
He gathers his surroundings for a second and then...
Is it you?
No, brother. I'm dead.
Oh. Well, that means I'm...
Near
He's
death
found out.
yourself.
Hmm.
You don't want to cross this line, brother. There's no war, no battle, no glory. No good ale. Honestly, it's shite.
That is criminal.
As you begin to kind of fade back into unconsciousness, he stands up and places a hand on your heart.
Just remember, brother, you live for us all, and we'll fight by you until the day you die.
And you fall asleep, dreaming of a time with him fighting off intellect devourers, umber hulks, the thrill of battle, and his laughter as he recklessly jumped forth into combat. One prominent time is the time that he leapt off of a cliff, tackling an umber hulk to the ground and repeatedly beating its head in with that very pauldron to the side of him. Sadness does wash over as the remembrance of the time he died. As you fled from whatever was controlling the dwarves of the surface to attack your nation, your group, your clan, you were cornered and on a cliff. As he turned and looked at you, and he said the same thing.
Remember, brother, you live for us all, and we'll fight with you until the day you die.
As he shoved you off the cliff. His sounds of his battle and his screams can only be heard in rage until they fall silent and you wake up once again, no longer seeing him. The time that you remember does hit hard. You can feel the pain in your heart, but you can also feel like something is holding on to it, pulling it together and keeping it from falling. As whatever calls to your soul, dragging it away, you kind of collapse as doctors rush over to tend to you. In this sleep-like state, it is foggy. It is a forest filled with fog and large mushrooms. A lake sits in front of you as another younger than you man with the other side pauldron. You are sitting there as he looks over to you.
Well, brother, did we do good today? We crushed so many of those tentacle bastards. I hope I did you proud.
As you look to him and nod, as you did when time was real. joy cracks on his face. I hope I fight with you forever. From the day I live to the day I die, and to the day you die. As the dream fades, you wake up to him standing at the foot of your bed, looking confused. Why are you laying there? You never take a time to rest. That's not you. He waits for an answer.
He kind of like readjusts himself a little bit, knowing something similar has just happened. And he just kind of tries to sit up on the bed and kind of pats the bed next where he's sitting, motioning him to.
He moves over and he sits next to you, though the bed does not creak or show weight when he sits.
And with tears in his eyes, Ed looks at him and says,
Of course. I apologize. Let's get moving.
He smiles, and as he smiles, he fades away. You remember the time that he left you. He had shoved you out from underneath a collapsing tunnel. That the mind flares and whatever creature was calling forth the denizens of the Underdark. He had collapsed it while you were running without you even knowing. He slammed his warhammer into the side of one of the support beams and pushed you and your other companion out of the way, as that was the last you heard of him. Eventually, you do mend, fighting off whatever called to your soul, remembering the companions of your past, remembering that the armor you wear is of theirs, but you were never one who used armor. They used it in such a way they did. You tried your best to use it like they did. But it just never felt right. We return to the time that you are meditating on Syphina's words. And you feel calling to the woods.
He gets up and he moves over to the woods.
As you enter the woods, there is a cave in a cliffside where once a family of bears lived. The undead and the creatures robbing them of their lives and their home. You hear a whistling, a mining tune inside. As the rage of the feelings that you lost almost isn't exactly anger, but like passion of redemption and honor and vengeance for those who sacrificed themselves begins to boil up in you as you hear that mining tune. A tune that drove you and your kin to continue on even in the darkest of the Underdark. And as that floods out, the whistling gets closer. As two spectral beings of your companions step out, weapon in hand. We gonna fight, brother? We got a lot of battles to do.
That we do.
Well, I hope you take us along this time.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good. And with that, we'll move on to Treyvor. The Midley Man. All right. We'll move to Treyvor. Treyvor, you have been tirelessly training each day differently to to be able to maintain concentration on the front lines. And Dandelion has been pushing you like you are on a battlefield alone. Day after day, new style of attacks, new constant changes. Hits you. When you finally get a moment to sleep, awake, you are thrown back into the training. The moment you think that you have calm during the reconstruction, you are thrown back into the training. Dandelion never relents, and he forces you to continue. The day comes when you are being pretty much thrown around, slammed into tree after tree after tree, and then out of nowhere, while you're trying to maintain a bless spell, a bull comes rushing at you. As he slams into you, you catch the bull, maintaining that concentration, using the spell to empower your strength. You're holding it back as it's pushing you backwards, and then it stops, it backs off, and shapes back into Dandelion. Well done, Treyvor. I believe you've done it. I think you can maintain your spell no matter what is thrown at you. You're a determined man. I'll give you that.
Fucking hope so after all of this.
Trust me.
He's just gonna kind of like, he's just kind of stooping over, bracing his hands against his knees and just catching his breath.
He pats you on the back. I'll be kind now. As he gives you a bit of healing and a bit of restore to your mana, to your magic. That should at least make you a little bit more comfortable, Treyvor. Sorry I was so rough on you. I just know what you're most likely going to face is going to be harder than what you've already had to do.
I mean, you're probably right, but still, it needed to be done.
Come, sit with me. Let's have a drink.
That I will not turn down.
As you two sit on a fallen tree from one of your times being thrown into it, he pulls out some wild berry ale, wild berry mead, and pours you a rather hefty glass of it. So, do you think that was your brother you saw?
Honestly, I'm not sure what to think. But some of the things I've seen and some of the things I've heard since I got here. It's the only explanation that makes sense. And even then, it doesn't make sense.
I could see why. The order hung your father and your brother, right? The order you supposedly belong to? By which, do you still belong to that order? Do you still think that they are just?
I stopped belonging to them the moment I arrived in this place and swore my oath. Like I said, some of the things that I've seen have left me with a lot of questions.
Well, the only way you're really going to be able to discover those answers is simply going into the deeper shit of things.
Too right. And he's gonna, take a drink.
You know you've got a lot of weight on your shoulders, boy. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
That makes two of us.
They look at you like a leader. Your party. You're gonna need to be there for them. Thick and thin. Their troubles and yours.
Yep. And he's just kind of, leaning back a little bit as he takes a drink and he's just thinking about all the things that have happened up to this point and all the things that are probably about to happen.
You're gonna need to make better calls than you did when you first met Varkos. That could have gotten ugly if I didn't step in.
Yeah, it could have.
Diplomacy. I am a man of the wilds, but I understand that it has its place. And as a leader, you're going to need to know that. Brute force your way through all you'd like. But now you have Edmund for that. Let him do the brute force. Don't worry about keeping the morale. You've got Syphina for that. Don't worry about utility and ensuring damage to the enemy is done. You've got Zoe and Sif for that. If you get lost, Kane will help guide you. Your role is to keep the party together. Your role is to make the right choices. If they keep their end, you keep yours. It's the only thing that matters in the end.
Something I've been trying to work on since we left here the first time.
The way they look at you, you've gotten better. He pats you on the back. I don't know where this journey takes you next, Treyvor. But if you ever need assistance, you call out. Denza owes you a big favor, and, well, simply, Varkos and I and the rest owe you a big favor. We owe you more than a favor, we owe you our lives, and so we will come for you. We'll come to help you, no matter which and or where side you stand.
There's a very distinct possibility that I will take you up on that one day.
Don't hesitate. I may be getting old, but it's gonna take more than one paladin to hold me back in a real fight.
I very much believe that at this point. Just kind of cracks his neck.
Well, I gotta get back to my post. Now the training's done, I've got things I gotta dedicate my actual time to. Oh, you're free. Go and do what you would like to if you wanna go have a good conversation with that girl that you like. Now's a good time. When the shit isn't hitting the comet that's falling upon everything.
Yeah.
He
gonna
leaves
finish his
the
drink and very
ale.
slowly push himself to his feet.
He'll hand you the ale, a gift for a job well done. Share it with who you'd like. And he'll leave.
Don't mind if I do. He's just gonna kind of stand there for a moment, still kind of catching his breath, still kind of like stretching, working everything out after getting slammed around so much. And he's going to make his way back into town.
Very well. You do. Where would you like to go now that you're in town?
Well, he is going to look for Syphina specifically because he didn't really have the opportunity to talk to her earlier. He still wants to help out with some of the reconstruction stuff around town, but he also wants to get the chance to talk to her a little bit more. I mean, how long has it been since the mountain?
Now 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he hasn't really had much of a chance to really talk to her in the last couple of weeks. So.
All right. Well, you know where to find her in the infirmary.
Yeah, he's gonna head that way, and he's gonna kind of poke his head in and look around, make
And
sure
your magic goes away.
Yeah.
Well, I will see you. I'm like, oh, Treyvor, I finished your training. Come in, okay.
I'm fine, really. clearly have more important things going on, but he's going to come in and he's going to look around and be like, anything I can do to help?
That depends. How good are you at healing without magic? She smiles at him.
Falstar just yells over, "You're good for today. If you want to go. If not, that's okay. Pretty much everyone's taken care of at this point."
Okay. Well, holler if you need me. She looks at Treyvor.
Sounds good.
Can I go for a walk? Have you seen the rest of the party recently? She's gonna be heading out.
To be fair, I have not really seen anyone aside from you and maybe Edmund a little bit since the celebration stopped and the reconstruction started.
Yeah.
And I've been getting my ass kicked for 20 hours a day.
Yeah. Well, I saw Kane a bit ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't know. I don't have no idea what Sif is. Zori. Yeah, no. Yeah. So. She's just walking so awkward.
Yeah. He's gonna like offer her the bottle that he was given. He's like, "You look like you need this as much as I do."
Oh, you know what? Fine. I should just drink some. So, are you done with training? Like for the day, or are you done?
From what I understand, I am done. I can focus on helping with the reconstruction and spending some time with the team, making sure everyone's all right.
Sounds
You
good.
seemed pretty distressed in the mountain at the end of that. You okay?
So, what is around us, Pat? Like,
Well, if you're just walking through the town, construction, supplies, people.
is there some quiet place that we could talk?
Yeah, I mean, there's parts that haven't been, that construction hasn't gotten to yet. There's the church at the hill that has been, flattened, but there's still the hill.
The hill.
It didn't go down like the mountain did.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could be heading that direction. I just want some peace and quiet as we're talking. So, Astor was supposed to be dead. I don't know if you know anything, if I told you, if Kane has said anything, but Astor was Kane's handler back home, but he was like a father figure to me. And as you know, I don't have a family. I don't know my family. So
Yeah.
Kane and Astor were the only family I had. And Astor died, I thought, when my memories were altered. And now he's not dead. And, Kane and I are what we are, and it's weird. I'm still haven't had the chance to process the memory stuff yet. And I just really wasn't expecting to see Astor. I thought he was dead. And when my memories were altered, he still came and he visited the temple and sat on the steps like Kane used to. And I didn't know what he had been to me. To me, he was just an old knight that I, was familiar with. And so we talked one time. He said that he had lost his daughter. And I know now that he was talking about me. And I was trying to process the fact before the mountain that who Esther was to me and how I lost him. Because it's really hard with the fact that I lost him when my memories were altered. So it's weird. And then he's not dead. And I just don't know what's real anymore and how to feel about it. And I'm really angry and I'm really hurt. And I really want to be angry at Kane, but I know it's not his fault either. It's just that he knows more of the past. And he knows what I'm talking about, but I just having a hard time talking to him in general. So, just looks at him, sorry, I didn't mean to just dump everything.
He's just kind of listening as they walk. And he's like, I don't know why you're apologizing. You've been keeping a bunch of that stuff bottled up for a while now.
We just haven't had time.
No, we really haven't, have we?
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna take the bottle, take a drink, and then offer it to her as they're walking.
So take it back and take another drink.
With
But how
that,
are you?
as you guys are, I'm gonna throw a little loop your way. As you guys are taking a drink and walking, and as you get up close to the hill, there's a person who is walking down from the hill. That looks like they're wearing Kane's flannel jacket with the bow.
Motherfucker.
However, it's a woman. As Kane walks by, she looks to you guys with confusion and silence. Though this person to you guys looks like they're wearing Kane's gear, just a lot baggier, and holding Lamia for some reason. Like, I'm gonna let you guys go from there.
Wait, where did you get that? Who are you?
Oh. It's
The
me.
moment he hears that he's immediately like, I'm sorry, fucking what?
Found Garrett.
You found Garrett. That honestly that track that makes
She's gonna look at Kane and she's gonna please tell me it was worth it. What did you get?
What did I get, Pat?
You got what you would want. You bought probably for training purposes. You bought 4 potions of speed, and then you bought. I'm gonna say you have like 3 extra, and then you have in stock with you about 6 greater health potions. So I want you to knock off about 1,000 gold.
Okay, so
But,
3
yeah.
potions of speed
And
and 6
6
greater health
yeah.
potions.
But
And
now you
woman's
have
intuition.
Now, and woman's intuition. And now you also, thanks to your training, have unlocked your inner ability. So you can also show that off if you'd like to.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on.
Are you good?
Sorry, I will forget about these potions if
you don't put them
add
in.
right now.
Well, remember, we can always listen back.
I know. I mean, I'd say it was pretty worth it. Still got some potions of speed. Got some healing potions.
Is this? How long is this gonna last?
Apparently.
No
Agnes
fucking
just
clue.
speaks up.
God
That is
damn it, Treyvor!
I'm with Treyvor on this. That's a big boon. We needed more of those in the party.
Syphina just like looks at Kane like, see what I have to deal with?
It's a big boon.
What are you doing, Kane?
She just looks at Treyvor. I'm gonna throw that fucker.
Being thrown by a woman this time. I won't go far.
Oh,
I'm not. I would not. This would probably be the one circumstance where I would not stop you.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm not going to give you a bunch of shit for this, but I do just have to say, it's a shame you're not a werewolf instead of a Dampier, because Sif would marry you today.
Don't even go there.
He just starts to laugh.
I love how we have this on camera now. Fucking Rapid just going, you motherfucker! He's muted as shit. We don't know what the hell he's saying, but.
Oh, I know.
We love you, Rapid. Fuck you.
But I did also learn this cool new little trick. And she will manifest her echo.
I'm going to let you decide on what this echo looks like right now, unless you'd like to have me do it. That's up to you.
Where I did want to go with the thing, I don't know what any of them would actually look like, so I will
Very well.
do this.
An elven man suddenly manifests with long blackish brown hair and wielding a long sword that seems extremely ornate and a shield that holds the crest of a long forgotten empire before the Grand Hunt. As it just kind of like almost walks out of this like shadowed mist and looks to Kane for orders, and then looks amongst you two and just kind of waits patiently, silent.
what's going on here? Who's that?
That's
How?
Trick.
I'm honestly not sure who he is.
Is he? Okay. Can he talk?
Is he you?
No, not me.
He attempts to talk, but it's nothing. No sound comes from him as he bows to all of you.
Hold on. Because I have a feat. Oh, nope, I don't have that feat yet. Never mind.
Oh, I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I was gonna try to read his lips.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I can technically still try to. Would that be what role would that be?
Investigation.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
It's gonna be pretty high. You get gists. He just simply says, "Hello. I am Elon. Nice to meet you." There's some other things in there, but you're not quite sure what they are.
Okay. Not great at reading lips. I'm better at tracking. He said hello. His name is Elon. And it's nice to meet you. I have
Elon,
no
it's nice
clue
to
who
meet
that is.
He looks and kind of gestures his sword towards Treyvor and kind of gestures to him. Like, it almost just looks like he's trying to tell you, am I supposed to fight him?
No, you're not fighting anyone right now.
Can I do a history check to see if I recognize that name?
Yeah. Give me a history check.
Roll really fucking well. Damn it.
That's a 10.
You don't know the name,
what? I
but you
am.
know the symbol on his shield.
Oh,
Ooh.
It is of the royal family of the Empire.
He's gonna point at the shield and he's gonna be like, that's the sigil of the Imperial crest.
The echo nods.
Oh, that's okay.
Are you a knight for it? Are you a knight for that?
He silently chuckles and smiles and shakes, kind of like does like with his shoulders, and then says something, but it is just not something you guys can quite get, even with a high investigation.
oh man,
He's gonna look at Kane and he's gonna be like, you have certainly been the most interesting encounter I have had so far today.
Thanks.
Wait, you mean that's the crest of the royal family?
Yes.
It's an old version of it, currently not
What
in
do you-
use.
What are you thinking, Kane? So I
It's a
can see
crest
that
from
look in
before
your
the
eyes.
Grand Hunt.
Well, these guys are connected to me somehow. I'm assuming they're ancestors of a kind.
We're just gonna kind of chuckle and jokingly be like, you're not a fucking princess, are you?
Ha! And with that,
Like,
we're gonna
who's gonna
move on. As we now come to near the end of the month, we come to our final person. We come to Sif.
Aye.
Sif is in a wellspring, in a a little pocket dimension. Ilvisar has been using Fey magic and Fey creatures to replicate hags. And Sif has been out of the loop of everyone else because he has been here nonstop fighting those hags. Ilvisar has been training him in the ways of the Mage Slayer, learning to combat spellcasters fighting it with magic.
Yeah, essentially after his last encounter, like getting close or as close as he could to the hag, he knew he couldn't do nothing. So,
Though that's a thing of the past. The Sif has asked for that same encounter to be run once again, and the same event happens. However, you successfully terminate the spell, and you reach the hag.
I think that exactly what happens is Sif gets a little too excited right at first and is thrown off. Well, I think since I am training for Mage Slayer, and I guess I will take the first attack on her, whatever, you go straight for the killing blow on whatever it is. And as it falls or whatever happens, if I can, I'll just charge another spell into it. Or whatever spell slots I have into whatever doll or dummy it was.
You just blast away at it. Its form that was like to mimic the hag as best as Ilvisar could is blown away by the magic. You just continuously blast into it as Ilvisar steps forward into the wellspring. Well, I don't think I can teach you anything else beyond that. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure on what you were to do to consume a hag, but I've taught you how to defeat one at least.
Has no one ever tried this before?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if it's still apparent, but I don't know how the fuck I'll do that, but I know she does have this music box, and that might be the source of her power. I know she holds it very dear. That is her one weakness I've figured out from my very long time of knowing her.
Mhm. Powerful hags do attach themselves to items of their past. They tend to use it almost as like if you were to accumulate it to another creature, it's similar to a lich's phylactery in a way, but it's more where they store their face soul in a way. So if she has something like this, then it may be possible to consume the soul, thus consuming the hag, but I don't know what that would do to you.
What would it do to, say, hypothetically speaking, any people under her control? Say she turned a bunch of people into another hypothetically, like a bunch of animals or shit like that, you know?
Well, if the hag was to die, the spell would be broken. 100%. They would be set free.
Perfect. Oh yeah, of course, you know.
But, well, you may stay here and practice as much as you'd like. Once you leave, the domain will close. But, think on it, and I'll do some research and possibly come up with an outcome. A best case scenario, worst case scenario. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure.
She has my daughter. I mean, best
Ooh.
case scenario is I get her out. Anything after that is extra.
Well, I would aim for killing the hag then. That was probably your best outcome. Good luck unto you. If you need my assistance, it may be hard for me to pull away from the child, the seedling, but I will see what I can do.
One last thing. What do you know of a fae named? I guess I probably would have asked him.
Maybe not.
Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe yeah. I've been so busy. Yeah. Of a fae named Loki Fox. He gave me. I would show him the little acorn or whatever the hell he gave me. He said plant it in a week or whatever.
Yep. Oh, he'd not. I have heard of the name. He was once the advisor and right-hand court member of Titania and Oberon, far back in the day. Before the divide and the split and the loss of many Fae lives. At least from what I can gather from talking to the Fae and gathering their history. But something had happened, and the rest of the court sealed him away. Or, well, they said killed. But I'm guessing now that you've spoken to him was only simply sealed.
Yeah, he said that he had to get his daughter back too. What do you know of that?
Oh,
do you know she got any children?
I do not know. Honestly, nothing is spoken of when it comes to the child of the fox. Though I know he is a very old Fae. A very old Fae. From almost the dawn of creation for the Fae, actually.
Is there a library in town?
That's in working order and with unburned books? No.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Though
Yeah.
I have heard of a library in Turgas that is supposedly inside a cathedral that holds vast amount of knowledge.
I'd like to help him. He helped the party a lot. Without him, we would have made it through that mountain. Shit.
Well, be careful
think we'd
making
be able
more
to enter
deals with the Fae, Sif. But if a deal is to help you undo a deal, and a deal must be repaid, that is the way of the Fae. So,
I mean, I'll make 1,000 deals of whatever it takes.
that is of your choice. You are closer to the Fae than I am, in many ways, in behavior,
What do you mean by
in
that?
power. I mean, that is, you take risks far more than a non-Fae.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It was meant to be one.
I'm gonna miss you, Elusar. Don't die
Well.
or nothing. I mean, you seem to have a pretty chill life here.
To be honest, I am more prone to getting out of danger than I am getting into it, but lately that seems to have flipped on its head. I may need to reevaluate myself.
Well, he is watching. Just to clear up, he is watching the egg or whatever.
Mhm. The seed, yep.
You are a father now, for one. Advice from another father to another.
Yes. And the last time I visited the egg, it had chosen Zoe as its mother.
Wait, what?
Yes, it has taken on a power much akin to Zoe. And-
Fucking. Is there anything else I'm missing?
Oh, well, if I remember correctly, Kane is a woman now.
Wait, what?
Yes, supposedly I gathered some strange visit in the woods with a very strange alchemist. I don't know who lives in the woods. I've never seen an alchemist that lives in the woods, but they returned a woman. Alfric has been on one lately and went on a massive rant about the creation of the world, the rightful heirness of the eldritch beings, and how he needs living flesh to power the generator. I'm honestly gonna have to watch that boy.
Fucking shit. You know what? And it's funny because people might think I'm crazy or whatever the fuck like that. It's not my problem. You know, I have too much on my plate right now to do one fucking dish at a time.
I mean, upside, Syphina and Treyvor didn't do anything crazy. Though I think
that's I don't know if that's up or down. But
yeah.
hopefully they figure it out.
Edmund returned gave me the armor, the spiked armor to hold on to, saying that he didn't need it any longer and that his family is with him. I'm not 100% sure if he's lost his marbles or not.
I mean, he seemed pretty well put together.
Yes.
Hopefully, I mean, whatever he's going through, he'll figure it out.
That is true. Yeah, you will, especially if you're going to fight a hag. Durgar is very strong against them.
Are they?
So, yes, Durgar, they are innately somewhat resistant to hags' abilities. They don't fall victim to their wiles and their deals as often.
As long as nobody dies, I mean, other than the fucking hag, and let's kill Rabbit too.
Yes, from what you've explained to me, this rabbit is extremely vexing, and I too would rather a world where that. I mean, when I met him, he wasn't entirely that bad, but I could tell he was probably putting on a show. He's good at getting in and out of places, so be careful, watch your back, and maybe question people a little bit more, especially those you find on the road.
No. When he says that, I know this is Rapid thinking out the box, crackhead. Can I do an insight check on Ilvisar?
Yes.
Because I have never seen Rabbit and Ilvisar in the same place.
Red springboard!
Fucking not 20 this or something. No, 23.
It's Ilvisar.
I know. Just in case when he says that, Sif just looks at him. Nah. And looks back at him.
I'm not Rabbit.
No, I wasn't thinking that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Though I do understand why you would question that, but I wouldn't have put all of this work into teaching you how to kill the hag if I was Rabbit, would I?
I am your father, young Skywalker. I mean, what?
Well, let's hope Rabbit isn't your father. That would be a rather strange occurrence. But,
Fuck.
Well, I'm gonna leave you to your pondering, young one.
No.
Goodbye. Have fun.
Yeah, bye. I hate that guy. Damn it.
As behind you, you hear, honestly, he's not that bad of a guy.
Wait, who's that?
Behind you is a talking fox.
How the fuck we're in a pocket dimension.
Oh, there's very little places I can't go, Sif.
You're not Rabbit too, are you?
No, I am Loki.
Fox. Yeah.
Yes, I'm the fox. I'm Loki. Yeah. Yes. I do appreciate you thinking I was that level of a trickster, but honestly, his jokes and my jokes, they wouldn't blend.
Start comedy, slap comedy. Different. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm more ironic comedy. I always appear in places I'm not wanted and places that I am wanted. Only ironic, though. Like this Fae kind of situation going on here. I have watched you train, and you've done really well.
I did come with a message, though.
From?
I found your daughter.
Wait, where?
I have found the location within the Phelan Woods that the hag is holding her.
No, you fucking. I love you, Loki.
I
That's why she
appreciate the
felt this
adornment
already.
and love, yes. Our journeys are a little bit more entwined than I first thought. For the hag is also attempting harm upon my daughter. So I will be sending one of my followers to aid you and guide you when the time is right. They will assist you in traversing the Phelan Woods so you do not get lost.
And who is this? I mean,
You
how
may
will I
call
know?
him... Oh, he is a druid, but you may call him Fen. He is a wolf much like you.
I know who it is. Sif doesn't know who he is.
You'll meet him when you first get to the capital city in Elframe. Now note, the journey you might go on will have ups and downs and may deter you further from the Phelan Woods, but note, in the end, I am sure we will be victorious and we will get our loved ones back.
We will.
And down with the hag.
You know what? Do you mind answering a question?
Oh, sure.
One last question. I've been asking you lately. Why did you get stowed away? You don't have to tell me. You've already helped too much. I'm just.
It's fine. I understand what my name carries, and it carries a bit of paranoia with those who hear it. I was sealed away due to the corruption of the court. It used to flow much like the Seelie and Unseelie. But during the split and the loss of Oberon and the loss of the well that refills the rivers of the Fae, I was seen as a threat to the new hierarchy of things. The new control. And where I am strong and old, I am no match against the full court, plus its counterpart. That is why I got sealed.
Do you know how they did it?
With my daughter.
This is me saying it.
Yes, they sealed me with my daughter, with the power that she holds.
Like I said, when you help me get my daughter back, I'll help you get your daughter.
A deal I mean to hold until the very end, Sif. Now I recommend you get out of this wonderful, beautiful place and gather your party. Time is a-wasting.
We got woods to go to.
Indeed. As with that, we will end tonight's session. Bye, everyone. See you in season 2. See you in season 2.
Bye.
All right.